Hey, I'm Walt, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 steps that I take myself on being able to acquire $500 or more every month in passive income. All right. Now, first and foremost, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is something that I've been doing since 2020. It's been 4 years now, and every month my dividends have grown and that passive income will continue to grow. And in this video, I am going to show you the 3 steps that I take to do so. So let's get straight into it with step number 1. Step number 1, the first thing that I do is I determine what Dividend Aristocrat stock or Dividend King stock I am going to purchase. All right. Now, if you don't know what a Dividend Aristocrat is or a Dividend King stock is, or maybe even dividend, pull it up on Google and just type in what is a Dividend Aristocrat and Dividend King stock. All right. First, the dividend is simply a payment that a company pays you for owning shares of their stock. So let's say you have a share of Coca-Cola and they say that for that share, we're going to pay you 50 cents every 3 months. All right. So for every share you have, they pay you 50 cents. You got 2 shares, they pay you $1 every 3 months. All right. So 4 times a year, because most of these Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend King stocks are going to distribute their dividends quarterly. All right. Now, the Dividend Aristocrat, they're part of the S&P 500 index, and they have increasingly paid out their dividend 25 years or more. And the Dividend King, they have just consistently paid out the dividend and increased it for 50 years. All right. Now, why I select these 2 particular stocks for the passive income? One, because they're staples in their industry, and because of that, they have that free cash flow. All right. These are your stocks like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Chevron, Exxon. These are your everyday purchases, the companies that are well known and you use in your everyday life, right? So when you're talking about passive income, at least for me, I want to know that I'm going to be able to invest in a company that is going to consistently make enough earnings to be able to have the cash flow to pay out that dividend, and not only just pay it out, but increase it every year. So if you don't, for whatever reason, you decide not to invest 1 year, you can guarantee that because every year these stocks increase their dividend, that you're going to get more money than what you did the previous year. All right. So the next thing you can do is you want to find out what are some of a list of the Dividend Aristocrat stocks or Dividend Kings. You go right into Google. You can type in list of Dividend Aristocrat stocks, right? And you go here, it'll give you different options. Do your Google searches, right? I pulled up one, and this is on dividend.com, and it just lists all of the Dividend Aristocrat stocks that are currently classified as such in 2024. So, just go in there. Some of these websites, you do a little deeper dive. They'll even show you what they're currently being sold at on the S&P 500. All right. Now, once you got your list, the next thing you want to do is decide which one of the stocks you're going to purchase or the number of shares. All right. So what I tend to do, you could do this in your brokerage account as well, but since I'm already in Google, for this today, I'm going to buy a share of Federal Realty Trust, right? So that ticker symbol is FRT, stock price. Pull it up in Google. It'll tell me that Federal Realty Investment Trust is at 114.11, all right? So that completes step 1. I chose my Dividend Aristocrat stock. I know what the price is, all right? So next, we're going to move on to step 2. Now that we've selected our Dividend Aristocrat stock, it's 2 things we want to do in step 2. All right. The first thing we want to do is determine what is the dividend price per share. So what you can do here, right up in Google, you already got FRT stock price. I will remove price and just type in dividend history. All right. That'll pop up. usually the NASDAQ price will pop up. It'll give you a short description and says the annual dividend is 440. All right. So this is a quarterly distributed dividend. So you can divide it by 4 to get the price of how much you're going to get per quarter. Or sometimes I just like to go in here and look at the history of it, right? Because right here, it'll show you a history of when it's paid out the dividend and how much the dividend was. And it just shows you right here. It goes all the way down to 1995. All right. So the most current dividend for this is $1.10. All right. And it's going to be paid out on January 15th, 2025. Right. So now we know that, all right, this is going to pay out $1.10. We know that the stock price is 114. So for me, this is a perfect match for how much I'm willing to pay for this stock versus the amount I'm going to get in dividend. But one more thing, all right? I want to know what the analyst says that the average price for this stock is going to be in the next 6 to 12 months. And why? Because I want to make sure that even though I'm buying this stock for the dividend, that I am able to get some capital gain or appreciation while I hold this stock, all right? So I go back up into Google and I'll type in FRT stock price forecast, right? What this does, it'll show you what the analysts say that they believe the average price is. And I always buy under the average price, right? Because most of these stocks are going to, at some point, more times than not in the next 6 to 12 months, they're going to be trading or being sold at their average price target. So if I can get it under $126, which it is at 113 the last time we looked at it, that is a bargain, because I can buy it at 113 and I'm guaranteeing that I am going to get $10+ of gain on this share. And why is that important? For whatever reason down the line, if I wanted to sell that stock, I'm also being able to maximize my return because I have the capital gain that is included on top of the dividends that I would be receiving over the duration of me keeping this stock. All right. So right here, we just go down, we got some places, they'll show the highest price target, the lowest price target. But for me, I hone in on what they say the average price is. You can click into some of these links if you want to and read up more on what they think about the stock and why they have it at the high, the medium, or the low price targets that they do. All right, so that does it for step number 2. And now step number 3 is the fun part. All right, now we're in step 3, which is buying the stock. All right, now you're going to need a brokerage account for this, an individual brokerage account. You can use more of the new popular app-based ones like Moomoo, Webull, Robinhood, or you can go to more of your traditional website, and they also offer apps now as well, your Fidelities, your Vanguards, your Prudentials, all right? But for me, I will show a few things because I discussed earlier that you want to keep your capital gain, right? So when you go over into your stocks and stuff, yours may look a little different than mine's, but you want to see here what says total gains and losses. This is the amount that the gains that you currently have on your brokerage account. This is why I say it's important to buy under the average price, because here this shows me that if I wanted to liquidate this account, I would have gained today that much money. I think that's very important. All right. Another thing that I do on my brokerage account with Fidelity that I love, you can go to this dividend view, and in this column to the right, it'll show you your estimated annual income, and that is for your dividend income, right? So as you can see right now, $6,389.52 is the amount in dividends that I am receiving annually. And you will see right now when we go ahead and we buy this share of Federal Realty Trust that it will go up. All right. So we can go up here. I'm gonna just show you how I would buy it if I didn't already have shares of the stock, but I do. But we're gonna go ahead and you type it in, the ticker symbol in the search window. It'll pop up. It'll show you your researches, your quotes. I just go here, I click buy. All right. Like I said, it's gonna be different depending on what brokerage account you're using. But I just usually go with market value because I already know this is going to be below the average price. It's trading right now at 113.86, and we know that the average price for the next 6 to 12 months is 126. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna buy one share. The quantity, one share. Order type, we're gonna stay with the market. Market just means buy it at whatever price it is currently being traded for right now. Time enforced, the day. When you do market, it's just going to buy it right away, so you don't have to worry about that. You click preview to order. Everything looks good. Place order. And then simultaneously with Fidelity, you'll be able to see that it was bought and purchased, right? So just going back to what I said earlier, if we go back to dividend view on Fidelity, it highlights it for you. I had 61 shares. Now you see is 62. Go back down to the estimated income, and now it's updated to $6,393. All right. Now, if you do the math, that breaks down 6,393 divided by 4. That breaks down to about $1,500 or so. You break that down, divided by 3. Since it's 3 months in each quarter, that gets you over $530, I believe $37 a month in passive income. All right. So this is how I continuously grow my passive income every month while keeping a healthy capital gain. So if you have any questions, please leave them down at the bottom in the comment section. If you like the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.